Rubiks Storm. The quote of today is, "A failure is not always a mistake. It may simply be the best one can do under the circumstances. The real mistake is to stop trying." B.F. Skinner. Now everyone knows that the first time you get a Rubik's Cube out of the box, it's not easy. You don't know where to start, you don't know where to begin, and it's just difficult. But once you get into the hang of it and you get the mindset that I can do this, I will do this, that's where it all begins. Now I'm going to start a quick video series, and they won't be in order, so it won't be this video, the next video, and the next video will be, it's not going to be in order, but the links are going to be up here. So right now, yep. So those are each one of the video links, so you click on those anytime to go forward, backwards in time, and to review how to solve the Rubik's Cube. Now I'm going to do my best to teach you how to solve the Rubik's Cube, because there's hundreds, if not thousands of videos on YouTube how to solve a Rubik's Cube. I want to do it just a tad bit differently because I have taught a couple people before, and I'm basically going to put it into layman's terms. So let's get started. Is the color scheme. So to understand the color scheme, you look at one face, you pick your favorite color, and for me, the best one I do is the red, because I like red in front of me, and then I like yellow on top, because I know white's here, green's here, blue's here, and orange is here. Now that's because I know my color scheme. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm better than I used to be at it. So now color scheme means red is always opposite orange, green is always opposite blue, white is always opposite yellow. Now you also would help to know is your adjacent side colors. So if I look at this right here, I know that and yellow's on top, I know blue's here, green's here. Because I memorized it, and the reason I have it like this, I do American style, red, white, blue. Now because I know red, white, blue's there, we got yellow here, blue here, orange back here, and green here, and that's because I know my color scheme. Now if I went this way, I'm not perfect at it. It's red, green, white, but that's only just because I saw it. But that's also good to know when you get started. So just to get started, there is 6 centers that do not move. Now there is 12 two-color edge pieces. Now these pieces can go into 12 different spots. Now with that being set aside, I'm just review real quick. It's the centerpiece, do not move. These ones could be in one of 12 pieces, and these ones could be in one of 8 places. Sorry. Now let's get started on Rubik's Cube notation, orientation, or just how you move the cube in general. Now I'm going to put the letters right here so you know what way I'm moving it, and if there is an apostrophe, that is a inverse or a back turn, okay? So we're going to start, and it's very good just to get in the habit of knowing this so that when you see an algorithm, long or short, that you know what you're doing, or you know in general how to decipher it. Oh, and real quick, algorithm. An algorithm is a series of turns that one performs in order to get a specific piece into a specific location. So we call this one sexy move. So basically it just takes this chunk and moves it up here, and then takes that piece and swaps those. But then you can just do the inverse and it goes back in. It's basically a hammer throw for F2L, but we'll get into that later. F2L is a little bit more complicated. So let's get started. So this is going to be R, so right, and it's forward, just 90 degrees. Every turn we're going to do is 90 degrees. That's also important, 90 degrees. So that's right, this is right inverse, R prime or RI, but most time it's R prime. R prime is backwards, so R prime, R prime. Okay, now we're going to go over here. Left is a little bit weirder, it gets your mind boggling. So left is actually backwards, is L, and then LI or L inverse is that way. L prime. Okay, so we got those two there. We got 2 out of the few. Now, one of the most important is the top layer. So we're going to call it, this one is U prime, U prime. Now, just if you just practice a couple of times, you get your finger placement down. And once you're really good, you actually get comfortable and you can do these finger tricks. Mine is actually with my ring fingers on the bottom. That's why I'm wearing the ring, so you guys can actually see. So remember this, U prime, U prime, okay? Moving down to the down layer. So it's D prime, D, D prime. And I'm using my ring finger, but if you have to, you can pinch and move it. D, D prime, D, D prime. Now, there's one more, back. You can learn the back, it's just B, B prime, but it's a little bit more difficult, and I've never used it in my time solving Rubik's Cube, but it is good to know once you get into more advanced algorithms. Now, another one you have to know is the face. So you hold it like this, and it's F, F prime, F, F prime, and it's F, F prime. It goes clockwise. Now, it's always fun just to learn Rubik's Cubes in general, but it's also good to know the notation. So now that we've reviewed the notation, you guys can move on to the next video, which is right here. Well, I'm going to end this video with a question. And the question is, if you could had the ability to solve the Rubik's Cube in the fastest time in the world, what would you do with it? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my videos.